Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a cook with me. You guys seem to really love these, and today I am cooking my barbecue pulled pork loaded wedges. So if you're interested to see how I do it, then just continue to watch.
That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this.
One thing I love about this meal is this is all that you need. I've got a pork shoulder joint, which are great for slow cooking and using for pulled pork. If you wanted to do it meat free, you could use a meat free alternative. So you can use either like a corn chicken, or you can use vegetables instead of having pulled pork in it. It's obviously, we're just meat eaters in this house. You also need some potatoes. These will be for your wedges. One thing I do like to season these with is like a barbecue seasoning, or I think they do in Aldi a chip seasoning, which is really nice. I love to season these because I think it just gives the dish an extra bit of like flavour. I use 2 packs of mixed peppers. You can just use frozen peppers if you like. It's just that I prefer in this dish to be able to cook the peppers a bit chunkier. So I have 2 packs of those, so 6 peppers in total. And then stuff for a Slimming World barbecue sauce. So for a Slimming World barbecue sauce, you will need some passata, some sweetener, some mustard powder, some balsamic vinegar, and some Worcestershire sauce, and that is all that you need for this. Oh, and a slow cooker obviously. So I will go through, I'll be cooking this today. It is now nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I will put my pork in now because I will cook that throughout the day. Excuse my really dodgy fake tan, by the way, I've just fake tanned. So yeah, so you cook the pulled pork throughout the day, and then I will show you how I do the dish tonight. But I thought I would get the prep done first, so show you what goes into it. Okay, so first things first is just cook your meat. So I've just filled my slow cooker full of water, I've popped my meat in there, and then I'm just going to pop the lid on. I'm going to keep it on high, and I will cook this in here pretty much until I pull it, probably a good 4 or 5 hours. Hours later now. This is the pulled pork. So the pork has cooked for like 4 or 5 hours. We have drained it, and I have pulled it just with 2 forks and removed all the fat. And so what I'm going to do now is make the barbecue sauce to go into it. So it's really simple, really easy. So as I said, you're going to need 500 grams, I think it is, just check, 500 grams of passata. Just want to get a bowl and put all of that into it. Then you're going to need Worcestershire sauce. So don't do exact measurements, but you're going to need 5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You're then going to need 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Then you're also going to need 3 tablespoons of sweetener. Now some people sin this on Slimming World. I don't, because the whole point of sweetener, right? But if you're not on Slimming World, you can obviously just use sugar. I always tend to put a little bit more in because I like it nice and sweet. Also going to need a teaspoon of mustard powder. Again, I'm not very precise with my measurements. I like to just whack it all in. And then you can, if you want, add some garlic. I normally put a little bit of this, a very lazy garlic in. You've probably seen this in my cooking videos before. I tend to use this, it's really good. I get it from Tesco, it's £1.50. I think that Lidl do a version as well. But yeah, you just mix that all together. So when you've mixed it all together, it should look something like this. It's obviously more of a runny consistency compared to a normal barbecue sauce, but because it's going in the pork, it doesn't really matter. So as soon as you have mixed it, you then pour it into your pork and then give this a mix up. So as you can see, this is just the pork mixed with the barbecue sauce, and that is that bit done. Okay, the next mission is to fill your dish up with some peppers. So I like to use fresh peppers, and I've got 6 here, and I will chop them up into quite large strips, and then I will fry them off. So let's get these chopped. So so the next job is the potatoes and the wedges. And the reason I love this dish is because everything is so quick and so easy. It might seem like a lot of prep, but really it's not. You get the potatoes to do your wedges. You don't need to peel them, you don't need to do anything, you just chop them up into wedge strips. So you get your potato, you chop it, I normally chop it in half lengthways, and then chop down the potato in wedges. Done. Those go in a bowl and I'll show you what I do next. Okay, so with your wedges, you can make as little or as many as you like. Now, wedges are free on Slimming World, so I make a massive bowl. These make up most of the dish, like the base of it. So yeah, these are what I do first. And so you pop them in a bowl, you put a little bit of water in, cover it with cling film, and I cook mine in the microwave for 6 minutes. This is just the same as like hard boiling. So I do that first. As soon as they're out the microwave, I'll show you how to prepare them for the oven. Okay, so my oven is preheated to 200 degrees. My peppers are frying and I've just taken my potato wedges out of the microwave. So what I've done is I've lined a baking tray with grease-proof paper. With these chips, make sure you use grease-proof paper and not tin foil. Trust me. So once you have laid them all out like this, so you can kind of get to all the different wedges, you want to get your 1 cal spray or low cal spray, fry light, or I use Aldi's own version, spray like sunflower oil cooking spray, and use the term that all Slimming World people might know is squirt till it hurts. If you want to just put like salt and pepper on these chips to season them, you can do. However, one thing that I really like to do that I do think adds so much more depth and flavour to the dish is to sprinkle it with some seasoning. Now you can get barbecue seasoning, or I think it's called chip seasoning from Aldi, I get mine, but you just get it, and what you want to do is just put a sprinkling over the chips. This seasoning tends to be like quite salty, so if you do put this on, make sure you don't put salt on as well. And they are ready to go in the oven for 20 minutes on 200 degrees in a fan oven. So what you need now is like a deep roasting tin. I've just got this one that is deep enough to be able to layer all the different things in. So I'm going to start by getting the wedges out of the oven. Okay, so these are the wedges, nicely cooked now. You want them to be nice and brown. I'm going to pop them into the base of the roasting dish. Okay, so you want to put the wedges at the bottom layer of the roasting dish, spread them evenly out. And next we're going to do the peppers and pork. So another great thing about this dish is everything is pretty much cooked. We are only going to put it in the oven to melt the cheese. So the peppers are cooked. I really like them charred like that because I think it adds a little more flavour. So we're just going to pop those into the pork. Give that a mix. So that is all mixed together. I'm now just going to pop it on top of the wedges. Last step is cheese. Now I normally use a reduced fat cheese, but I haven't got any in, and so I've just got normal full flavoured extra mature grated cheese. If you're on Slimming World, you can use it as your healthy extra A. You, like I say, or any calorie control diet or whatever you want, might want to go a little easy on the cheese, but this is where I just like to have it nice. I mean, really, over the portion that you have, it's not much different, but like I say, this is sinned, so if you are following Slimming World, don't forget to sin the amount of cheese you put on. And that is it. I'm going to pop this back in the oven just for 5 to 10 minutes just to melt the cheese, but everything, like I say, is warmed through anyway, and I will show you what it looks like when it's done. It, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around. And until next time, guys, take care. Bye.